Alright, let's do it. Oh, let's do it. Time to put all my demons out there. Oh, this is the first time I've told anybody about this nonsense, so I'm like really nervous. I'm sorry. So this is me apologizing in advance because I've had an absurd amount of coffee today and I'm really jittery, so I'm sorry if my words seem rushed or I'm stuttering. That's just kind of what we're stuck with today. So here's a kind of sort of poem about Nick's rising industry. And before I forget, I have none of this memorized, so I will not be looking at the camera for a majority of this recording because I suck and I'm sorry. Bye. Okay, if my lamp falls down one more again, I'm gonna be so upset. Woo! I can't really see my eyes, but that's okay. They're not necessary. So I'm sorry I'm bad at poetry. The way words mingle together does not come easily to me, but I would like to say what Nick's Rising Industries means to me. I think a bit of backstory is necessary for this tale before I get too sappy. I was a preteen who was seldom happy, keeping emotions bottled inside until they exploded in a fit of tears and isolation. I'd spent many of my younger days locked in the bathroom, covering my mouth to keep the silent of my tears silent. Silent. Don't let them hear. They can't know you're unhappy. So many kids have it worse off than you do. I self-harmed in ways that weren't obvious to my family, keeping things hidden under a good pair of jeans or a couple lies. The illusion of having eaten at school. I'm ill. I can't have dinner right now. It'll come right back up. Feigning sleep for days until I felt like my body wasn't mine, but somebody else's, and I had just been told to navigate it. I did just enough to stay alive, but never to truly live. That is, until I found Nick's. I was 16. God, that doesn't seem like that long ago, thinking back on it now. The process of change for me has felt like years, and I still don't think I'm quite done. It had been simple. Too simple. Forget that my meals were anything but regular, and don't listen to the sounds I made, whispering my secrets to porcelain diaries, if only they could keep these things silent. Never mind that little limp of mine. I twisted my ankle climbing down the stairs, and ignore my flinch when you press in a little too close, a little too fast. Lying became something I did with every other breath, because I couldn't tell people I was upset. I didn't deserve their sympathy. I was selfish, a pampered prince who didn't know real hardship. So instead, I'd keep it down, locked up tight and out of sight, only showing the smallest bit of true emotion when I'd step under a much too cold spray of H2O. I'd release a small hiss as the icy rivulets traveled down my thighs, helping bright red twirl, twirl, twirl down the drain, hiding my sins as it traveled through the pipes. That is, till I had stumbled upon a video on YouTube, and I know that sounds silly, but please let me explain. A ragtag group of pals, proudly parading through a con, costumes on and smiles seemingly instinctual. It was peculiar, to say the least. I'd never paid much attention to other people's grins, but these ones seemed so bright that they almost made me blind, and I couldn't even remember the last time I had smiled with such abandon. Cameras up a few inches high and an arm length away, but providing a small glimpse, a window into a world I didn't believe I was privy to, but oh boy, did I want to be. To me, this had seemed like a movie, something on a big screen showing a younger me that, yes, this is what you could be. Fast forward a week after the obsessive watching of all their videos. I felt more like a friend than I would normally be comfortable saying. But I'm here to be honest, right? And while I'm being honest, here's just a few things I'd like to say to you. I believe I've brought you up to speed. There's no more to tell, really, except how I was saved? Is that the right phrase? I sound so sappy, so dreadfully dull when those words come from my lips, but I can't think of another phrase or word to vocalize how glad I really am. When I think of Nick, Fee, Sasha, and Jack, I think of a family, a community of comrades armed to the teeth with love and compassion, a passion that burns inside to be your true you. Put yourself out there in an honest way. Next, when I think of you, I see a starry-eyed goddess who's pouring her heart and soul into making others laugh, a path Most others couldn't walk, and still she pushes on. A warrior at heart who can't seem to be apart from her newfound family. Struggling to keep this boat from sinking on a stormy sea, and my God, are you doing an incredible job. Becky, when I think of you, I think of someone who loves deeply, truly, hard, and isn't afraid of falling because you know how to fly. A lovely individual with a heart of gold, almost as deep as her hair, who holds people so tenderly, oh so close to her soul, despite how frightening it may seem, because she's seen too much love to be afraid of so little hate. Sasha, when I think of you, I see a strong huntress with hair of flames walking alongside the rising sun. She's always prepared, slinking, creeping, silently stalking until she's ready to strike, but not in a horrific way, certainly never gory. A loving, living, breathing soul who seems eager to put herself out there and doesn't care for the negativity because the light of love surrounding her is bigger than any shadow, and she uses her strength to make others strong. Jack, when I think of you, I see a saucy, sexy, splendid gentleman who lives in the moment and enjoys the written word. A love for tales while unknowingly, unwittingly, you are writing your own, and you, good sir, are playing the protagonist with characteristics young adults aspire to while reading late at night when the shadows press in just a little too tight. There are so many people listening and loving and learning right along with you. When I think of Mixed Rising Industries, I see a community I am proud to be a part of, a loving, breathing, tender band of affection who's embraced a lost child like me with open arms. I don't know where I'd be if it weren't for them, and I'm afraid of who I was before I came to be a part of this. I'll be the first to admit I've still got a long way to go. I still don't get nearly as much sleep as I should, still skip a meal or two, but every day you're helping me be who I want to be, a person to be proud of. I smile a bit more, I finish most of my meals, and it's been almost a full year since I've dragged any blade across my skin. I know this may seem a bit weird, perhaps a bit sassy or even scary, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to frighten, certainly not to offend. I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you, Nyx, for being a goddess whose light defends me from my own nightmares, shining so bright and chasing off the shadows. Thank you, Sasha, for being such a fiery-eyed huntress, always there, even if unintentionally, keeping young rabbits like me safe from the big bad things in this bigger, badder world. Thank you, Becky, for your heart of gold, which has helped me get to sleep knowing I'm cared for, even if just a little, by a person who's a world away. Thank you, Jack, for your sass and soft attitude that have helped me through my tears, and a mannerism that could even help beat my loneliest days. Thank you for being you. And that, my dears, is what Mixed Rising Industries means to me.